Hey guys, me again. This is the fourth review I think I've lost count of today. And I hope it's the last because when I film these, I'm kneeling down on my floor and my back is killing me. So today, of course, we're going to be reviewing the Gundam Astray Red Frame. The real grade version, 1/144th. You cannot see that, but there it is. Yeah, there it is, 1/144th. And this thing is small. But first, of course, we are going to go through each and every one of the accessories. Now, this isn't really an accessory, but it's stickers, you know, big sheet of sticker-style decals. I used a lot of these on it. And second, we have these very nice beam sabers. But I like giant robots, I hear you think. What about the beam sabers that are already on the back? Well, you absolute amoeba, these have little pegs on them, of which they will tab into the hands, of which will come into play later. Next is an extra mount for the Gerbera straight. I hope that's how you say it. Of course, you have next the weapon holding hands. These are the standard weapon holding hands. They just come out like this. And you'll notice the little peg inside. And the beam sabers actually have a specific way of going in. So this little part right here, that has to stick out. So you push that in and you put that back on, and there you go. Now you have a very firm grip on the beam saber. And I gotta say, this beam saber looks very nice. It's got this nice little red, no, not red, it's pink, effect coming out of it. So that's very nice. And next up is the beam rifle holding hand. So this has an extended trigger finger. You just pluck that off. And now, the first time I built this, the peg was a little too tight, so it might have snapped off. But it holds on just the same, you know. It holds on. It's a little loose, but feature-wise, the beam rifle has, let's see, a green sight in there, and the handle can move from left to right. So just removing that. Next up is just a singular widespread open hand, and this is actually a special mold. It's not the specific just straight up sprawled out. It's actually for the Gerbera straight, where it can hold on like this, as if it's holding onto it in a way where it's like just having the two fingers out for I don't know what purpose. After continuing with the hands, we have the classic real grade posable hands, and these suck. All right, these are awful. They cannot hold on to anything for any reason. I think the only thing they can hold on to is literally just this. I don't even know. I haven't even tried it yet. Yeah, it barely holds on. Yeah, it doesn't even hold on to that. So these things absolutely, no, excuse me, absolutely horrendous. Get out of here. They are bad. They are not good. Next is a stand adapter, which can and is compatible with the Bandai Tamashii Nations Act 5 stand, and this just slides right into the crotch of the Gundam Astray Red Frame, and that's very nice. And now he's doing a split. Just gave away some of the articulation, but who cares? Of course, we have a 1/144th version of Lo Ghoul. I hope that's how you say his name. Very small. Don't squeeze or you will snap his legs off. And next we have the shield. I actually painted that. That looks horrendous. But very nice shield. You know, you move to the back and my god, I'm staring into a silver mine. But this I do and I love. I am a sucker for the real grade style shiny silver decals, so I put on as many as I can each time. So, and last, and of course not least, is the Gerbera straight. Now, I did use some of the oil pour type base stuff, which is what that scuffage is. I did decide to paint the yellow gold because it was metallic injection gold, so that didn't really look that great. That's also been painted. However, once you oh yeah, that's nice. You just slip that out. I don't know if I can really display. Yeah, there's some detail there, of which it looks like just a squiggly line. I'm trying to get it to focus a little bit, but it's not. but you could probably see it in a couple frames. But this is very nice, and if you you can take it out of the hilt, but that's hard, and I don't want to break this. But it's very nice, you know, and it just goes right back in. So yeah, that's it for the accessories, and now on to the main event. So, aesthetic-wise, this thing looks great. Again, a lot of shiny metallic details that I put on. I painted this myself as well, which is why it looks completely horrible. Now the fists came on the pre-built inner frame, which is common with real grades. After all, this is a 2015 kit, so its frame is 100% pre-built. Let's see on the box here. Yeah, that's what the frame looks like. It's pretty it really takes a lot off the build time, but not the worst thing ever. So again, this thing looks great. It's got a lot of metallic decals on it. If you look at the head, it's very unique. It's got, if you look at it from the side, it's very interesting. It doesn't look like most Gundams. After all, it was really not supposed to be put into production. But you know, it's very nice. It's got a great look to it. It's got a great feel to it. It's very if you look at the Gundam wiki, you can see that it's very stocky, and the real grade completely captures that. Captures that? Yeah. Yes, captures that. And you know, it's glorious. It's a really cool small kit, and that's really all I gotta say about just the kit. So let's just get into the articulation. So first off, what you notice is that these are already at a bit of an angle, so you do have a bit of ankle pivot. It's on a ball joint like that, and you can also turn it a little bit. But yeah, so the legs, you can, if you push that up, yeah, you got a little bit of the frame shifting right there. And toe bend, almost forgot about that. There you got some toe articulation here, good for dashing poses. I don't really use that much because I don't use the stand that much. The ankle guard is on a hinge joint, not really a hinge joint actually, and the leg is on a double bend, so you can just, oh yeah, that's nice. It does also have some shifting armor, and as you know from my Master Grade Freedom 2.0 review, I do love shifting armor. But yeah, so unfortunately it does not have any sort of shifting hips, but this is a prime example of the connection to the waist, where the waist connects to the leg. So nothing brittle here, baby. However, if you, at some point, I think if, I mean, I can't really display it here, but I had it in an extravagant pose, and at some point the leg kind of just gave out, and it just did that, and it just fell, it keeps falling off my display. But not the worst thing ever. So going on to the waist, you got a little bit of a ball joint here. That can swivel. This is on a hinge joint, and this back skirt armor, I don't really move this at all. It doesn't really move. It doesn't really want to move that much. You can get a nice, well, I didn't even know that was possible. You can do that, and you got a nice crunch, but I don't really use that much because it just looks weird. Now the waist, I'm very disappointed in the waist. For side to side, it's literally just literally just that. It's not that great. You know, it's not the worst, but it's not really the best ever. It's kind of disappointing, but whatever. So the arms, of course, double bend, very nice. The hand is on a ball joint, and these fists came pre-attached to the inner frame. The shoulder armor is on a don't really know how to describe it, but a clip joint, I guess. Yeah, that's nice. The head is on a ball joint, so you can make that look in any direction. And now the beam sabers, actually, I forgot a feature. This can be clipped off and be held down for the striker pack that this has. But the beam sabers, their connection is pretty weak. Like, all I have to do is just it pops right off. I might just glue it, but that removes its articulation, which is just moving it around like that. But I don't really use it that much, so yeah. So that's really all for the articulation, so I'm just gonna slap it into a pose and, oh wait, hold on there 1 second, brain. So this hole right here perfectly accommodates the gerber straight. So you plug that in, you got it nice and set up, and then bada bing bada boom, you can take that right off. And the clip, you can that just sits right there, and you plug that in. I find that better for poses where the legs have to be used in a way where if the sword bends, the actual blade of the sword bends, where like that, because that's not supposed to happen. So that's it with it in a pose. Not really the best pose ever, but I kind of just slapped it into any pose I kind of felt like. And no, I don't think I've emphasized how small this thing is, so I'm just going to bring in my first review ever, the Real Grade AV Unit 1, and there it is standing right next to it. I have not done an exact measurement of the Real Grade Unit 1, but you can guess that it's much bigger than the Real Grade Gundam Astray here. But, you know, I recommend this kit. Of course, I recommend all the kits I get, if I'm being honest. It's a fair price. I got mine from USA Gundam Store for about 30 bucks, I think, 30 or 40 bucks. It's cheap, but it's not as cheap as a high grade. But if you want a cheaper real grade, then get the Astray. So yeah, that's just my opinions, and bye bye.